Intimacy workers, who is the most introverted or shy person you've ever been hired by? What's the story? I worked as a male escort on the side for about 2 years to earn some extra income while trying to get a job in another state. No, we don't get lonely housewives and other exotic fantasy stories. I did primarily stripping at parties and very little actual intimacy. One of my very rare occasions where I was hired for an actual intercourse session was probably one of most interesting times of my life though, and ended up being my last for years. It was a friend of someone I did a party for. The actual client wasn't at the party. Anyway, she was one of those extremely shy introvert girls. A little overweight, kissless virgin who threw her all into her career rather than dating throughout her early 20s. She was nearing 30 and I originally thought, according to her friend, that she just wanted to get the virginity thing out of the way. I get to her apartment. There are anime dude posters and I brought up that I used to watch that stuff back in high school. Apparently she was obsessed with shoujo anime. I didn't actually know what that was since I hadn't really followed any of this since Bleach was a thing. We got to talking about anime in Japan in general and all about her favorite genre. She admits she was just going along with her friend on this whole escort thing. I've had that response before, and most of the time it's just a defensive excuse like haha I'd never hire someone, I'm just doing it to make my friend shut up lol. But this one actually felt 100% genuine. Something about this was just way more interesting to me, so instead of striptease, foreplay, a whole bunch of licking, and maybe intercourse like usual with these one-on-one clients, I went ahead and offered to go out to dinner first. Something I've only done maybe 3 times, usually with the really nervous girls, but this time I was genuinely curious. It was awesome to say the least. Once she had a few drinks in, she wouldn't shut up and I just let her lay into me with all sorts of anime, Japan, travel, even furry stuff. I felt like a high schooler again, but instead of characters going demon form and slicing each other up, it was all this surprisingly interesting romance stories and crazy things I didn't even know existed. Dinner ended, we split the bill, and hopped in the car. On the way back the dam just broke. She completely lost it emotionally. All those lonely years came welling up. Constantly surrounded by these wild romance anime she watches and manga she reads. We get back to her place and just hung out and talked for a while. The idea of it being a session with a client went out the window at that point. We went on a walk around her block, swapped numbers, and called it a night. We dated for about 6 months after that until I finally got the job offer I had been dying for 6 states away. It was a clean breakup. We still chat online sometimes. Her transformation over those months was incredible. She lost weight and we regularly went on bike rides to help. She did end up losing her V card about 2 weeks in. I don't think she was ever the one, but it was probably one of the most positive relationships I had over the years.